In this tutorial video, you will learn about angles.
Topic about angles. What is this topic about? An angle is a combination of two rays with a common endpoint called the vertex of the angle. So as you may see here is ray 1, ray 2, and over here is the vertex. We can measure angles in degrees. There are 360 degrees in one full rotation. One full rotation means one complete circle round. And then we use a little circle following the number to mean degrees. So for example, this is 90 degrees. So a full circle is 360 degrees. Half a circle is 180 degrees. This is called as a straight angle. And then a quarter circle equals to 90 degrees. This is called as the right angle. Part of an angle. An angle consists of three parts. There's the vertex, this is the arm, and then over here this is the angle. The corner point of an angle is called the vertex, while the two straight sides are called arms. Then the angle is the amount of turn between each arm. How to label angles? There are two main ways to label angles. Give the angle a name, usually a lowercase letter like A, B, or C. And then the second, by the three letters on the shape that define the angle, with the middle letter being where the angle actually is the vertex. So for example here, this is A, this is B, this is C. This is the angle A, or angle BAC, or angle CAB. Type of angles. Here is an acute angle. This is less than 90 degrees. This is a right angle. This is 90 degrees exactly. This is an obtuse angle. This is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Here is a straight angle. This is 180 degrees exactly. This is a reflex angle. This is greater than 180 degrees. This is a complete angle or a full rotation. This is 360 degrees exactly. Angles on a straight line. The sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. So for example over here, this is A, 335 degrees. And then this is B. How to get the B? Don't forget, the sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. So to get the B is 180 degrees minus 135 degrees equals to 45 degrees. Complementary versus supplementary angles. For the first type is the complementary angles, means the angles that add up to 90 degrees. So for example here, 52 plus 38 equals to 90 degrees. But for the supplementary angles, means the angles that add up to 180 degrees. So over here, 128 plus 52 equals to 180 degrees. And then remember, the angles don't have to be together also. So for example, here is 60 degrees, while this one is 120 degrees. These two are the supplementary angles. because 60 plus 120 equals to 180 degrees. The sum of angles at the point is 360 degrees. So how to get angle x? To find angle x, we take the sum of the known angles and subtract that from 360 degrees. So x equals to 360 minus 240 equals to 120 degrees. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So for example, over here, this is 40 degrees. Then find angles A, B, and C. Because B is vertically opposite 40 degrees, it must also be 40 degrees. Then remember, a full circle is 360 degrees. So that leaves 360 minus 40 minus 40 equals to 280 degrees. Angle A and C are also vertically opposite angles, so must be equal, which means they are 140 degrees each. Another example. Let's say over here this is 60 degrees. This also 60 degrees. Another example. Let's say this is 140 degrees. So this is also 140 degrees. Let's move on to this part. Transversal. A transversal is a line that crosses at least two other lines. This one. Next, the parallel lines. Means lines are parallel if they are always the same distance apart and will never meet. So this is the parallel lines. Next, the vertical angles. Vertical angles are equal. So for example, angle A equals to D, or angle C equals to B. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles which are formed in matching corners. For example, angle A and E, or angle C and G. Next, alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are a pair of angles on the inner sides of each of those two lines but on opposite sides of the transversal. So for example, angle C and F, or angle D and E. Alternate exterior angles. It means the pair of angles that lie on the outer sides of the two parallel lines but on either side of the transversal line. So for example, angle B and G, or angle A and H. Consecutive interior angles. Consecutive interior angles lie inside on the same sides of a transversal. So for example, angle C plus E equals to 180 degrees, or angle D plus F equals to 180 degrees. So over here, as you may see, this is 118, this is also 118. This is 118, this is also 118. Or to make it easier for you to memorize, so you may see like over here, this looks like letter F. So this is 118, this is also 118. This is 62, this is also 62. Or you may also see a Z shape. This is the Z shape. So this is 62, this is also 62 degrees. The sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So to get x is 180 minus 70 minus 60 equals to 50 degrees. Isosceles triangle. Remember, the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. An isosceles triangle has two equal sides. The angles opposite the equal sides are equal. So let's say this is 50. So angle C must be 50. Then how to get angle A? So to get A is 180 degrees minus 50 minus 50 equals to 100 degrees. How about this question? This is an isosceles triangle. Let's say this is angle A, B, C. A is 70 degrees. Then how to get B? To get B is 180 degrees minus 70 divided by 2. So equals to 55 degrees. So angle B is 55, C is also 55 degrees. Equilateral triangle. All the sides of an equilateral triangle are equal. All the angles are equal and each angle is 60 degrees. How to get 60? Remember, the sum of angles of a triangle is 180. So 180 degrees divided by 3 equal parts equals to 60 degrees. Now let's move on to quadrilateral properties. A quadrilateral should be closed-shaped with 4 sides. All the internal angles of a quadrilateral sum up to 360 degrees. There are 5 types of quadrilaterals on the basis of their shape: rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram, and trapezium. The properties for rectangle. For example, all the angles of a rectangle are 90 degrees. So this is 90, this is 90, 90, and 90. And then opposite sides of a rectangle are equal and parallel. So let's say this is 5 cm, this is 5 cm. This is 10 cm, this is 10 cm. Then how about the properties of a square? All the angles of a square are 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, this is 90, 90, and 90. All sides of a square are equal and parallel to each other. So let's say this is 4 cm. This is 4 cm, this is 4 cm, this is 4 cm. A rhombus is a quadrilateral whose all 4 sides are equal in length and opposite sides are parallel to each other. However, the angles are not equal to 90 degrees. A rhombus with right angles would become a square. Another name for rhombus is a diamond. So please remember here that the opposite angles of a rhombus are equal, and each pair of angles between 2 parallel sides add up to 180 degrees. So for example, this is 140 degrees plus 40 equals to 180 degrees. A parallelogram. The opposite sides are parallel and equal. So for example, line BA is parallel to line CD, while line BC is parallel to line AD. And then please take a look. 100, this is also 100. This is 80, this is also 80. So 100 plus 100 plus 80 plus 80 equals to 360 degrees. A trapezium, or called trapezoid in the US, is a quadrilateral which has only one pair of parallel sides. The parallel sides are referred to as bases, and the other two sides are called legs. And remember, each pair of angles between the parallel sides in the trapezium adds up to 180 degrees. So for example, A plus D equals to 180 degrees. There are three types of trapezoid. So for example, the right-angled trapezoid. This is a trapezoid with two right angles. Over here, this is an isosceles trapezoid. As you may see here, the non-parallel sides are equal. And then the last one, this is a scalene trapezoid. It's a trapezoid with no sides of equal measure. Now let's try to solve this question. CDE is an equilateral triangle. BCD is an isosceles triangle. BC equals to CD. ABCE is a square. Then find angle S. So as you may see here, CDE. This is an equilateral triangle. So over here, this is 60, this is 60, this is also 60. And then, how to get the angle of BCD? This is a square. So don't forget, over here, this is 90 degrees. Then to get the angle of BCD is 90 plus 60 equals to 150 degrees. And then don't forget, this is a square. So ABC is 90 degrees. Then remember, BCD is an isosceles triangle. So if C is 150 degrees, then how to get DBC? This is 180 minus 150 divided by 2 equals to 15 degrees. Then how to get S? Remember, ABC is 90 degrees. So angle S is 90 minus 15 equals to 75 degrees. ABCD and DCAV are parallelograms. ADEG is a rhombus. Then find angle GAD. As you may see over here, this is 126. So that angle EDC is also 126. BAD is 78. Then how to get angle ADC? This is 180 minus 78 equals to 102. Then how to get angle ADE? 360 minus 102 minus 126 equals to 132 degrees. Then how to get angle GAD? So 180 minus 132 equals to 48 degrees. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.